Imagine waking up to the shocking news that your neighbor, your friend, or even a close relative has been found dead under mysterious circumstances. At first, it's tragic, but when the authorities examine the body, something far more terrifying is discovered. Vital organs completely gone. There are no signs of surgical cuts, no tools found at the scene, just an empty, lifeless shell where a person once was. Tonight, we delve into one of the most chilling and unexplained legends of our time, the organ collector. Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear will leave you questioning everything about the safety of your own body. It began quietly, almost unnoticed. A body found just outside town, a man in his late 30s. At first glance, it seemed like any other tragic case. No signs of a struggle, no wounds, at least none visible to the naked eye. But when the medical examiners began their work, cutting open the chest, their hands froze. Inside, where a heart should have been, there was nothing. His heart was gone, cleanly removed. Not a trace of blood around the cavity, as if it had been vacuumed out with surgical precision. And that was only the beginning. Over the next few weeks, more bodies surfaced, each one more unsettling than the last. Different victims, different places, but one chilling detail remained the same. Some were missing kidneys, others lungs. But in two of the most disturbing cases, both eyes were gone, leaving nothing but hollow sockets staring back at those who found them. As the bodies piled up, so did the questions. Who could be doing this? How were they getting away with it? And why? It seemed impossible. No one heard anything. No signs of forced entry. No witnesses. Nothing. The authorities were stumped. But as the cases grew more frequent, a dark and horrifying theory began to take shape. Was there something, someone, out there hunting for more than just human life? Tonight, we dive deep into this nightmarish mystery. The question is, could you be next? Stay tuned, because what you're about to hear might just keep you up at night with both eyes taken, sockets hollow and clean, as if scooped without harm to the surrounding tissue. Each body carried its own haunting signature, but they all shared one terrifying trait. One organ missing. Neatly, impossibly, as though some invisible hand had plucked it free. News of these discoveries spread quickly. The town, once quiet and ordinary, was now gripped in fear. Parents refused to let their children walk to school. Families kept their doors bolted long before sunset. Neighbors eyed each other with suspicion, and whispers filled the night air. What was happening to their community? Some said it was the work of a serial killer, a madman with medical skills and a sinister obsession. Others suggested something more grounded in reality, the black market for human organs. After all, the global trade in illegal organs is worth billions. Desperate patients with failing hearts or kidneys often turn to shadowy networks, willing to pay enormous sums for a chance at survival. Could these bodies be victims of that underground trade? But doctors who examined the remains weren't convinced. The extractions weren't surgical. They weren't even human-like. Scalpel cuts leave marks. Sutures leave evidence. But here, nothing. The organs were simply absent, as if erased. Even more chilling were the witnesses, neighbors who swore they saw shadows moving outside their windows at night. Not people, not animals. Shadows that lingered. Shadows that seemed to watch. And then were gone. The town was unraveling. And in the middle of this unraveling grew a name whispered in fear, spreading like wildfire. The name of the one responsible. They called him the organ collector. Who was the organ collector? Some believed he was once a surgeon, a doctor cast out from the medical community, who now fed his obsession by taking from the living what he could no longer take in the hospital. A man driven by revenge. Others believed organized crime was behind it, that the victims were carefully chosen, their bodies harvested for organs sold to the highest bidder in the shadows of the black market. But the most disturbing theory of all was whispered only in secret, because some said this wasn't human work at all. The precision was too clean, the removals too neat. Surgeons admitted they couldn't match the cuts they saw. And so, the whispers grew darker. That maybe, just maybe, the collector wasn't a man. Some said he was a machine, a rogue experiment, a piece of technology built to harvest and collect, now walking among the unsuspecting. Others claimed something unearthly, that the collector was not of this world, that he came from the skies above, harvesting humans the way a farmer harvests crops, that the organs weren't sold, they were taken for reasons far beyond human understanding. Whichever theory you believed, one fact remained the same: bodies were still appearing, and the collector was never caught. The more bodies appeared, the more investigators began to notice patterns. The victims came from all walks of life: children, teenagers, the elderly. No one was safe. They were found in fields, in alleyways, in cars, even in their own bedrooms, with doors locked from the inside. Somehow, the collector always got in, and always one organ missing, never the same one twice. Some theorized the collector was building something, piece by piece: heart here, lungs there, eyes from another. Was he assembling a body, or something worse? Others whispered he was feeding something, that the organs were offerings, or fuel, or food for whatever lived behind the veil of reality. And as more bodies appeared, another disturbing pattern became clear: the collector never took too many at once. He took just enough. Then he waited, almost as if he was choosing, selecting carefully, watching from the shadows, deciding whose turn would be next. Terrified, the community turned to law enforcement. Night patrols began. Officers roamed the streets. Cameras were set up. Surveillance doubled. But it didn't matter. Bodies still appeared. Empty, hollow, silent. And the tapes? The cameras? They never showed anything. Sometimes a shadow, a flicker, a blur. But never enough. Never enough to prove who, or what, was behind it. Police admitted defeat quietly. They couldn't stop it. They couldn't catch it. And the collector kept collecting. Years passed, but the story never died. In fact, it grew stronger. In some towns, parents warn their children even today: stay inside after dark, or the collector will come for you. In cities, when a body turns up with strange, unexplained wounds, whispers return. Was this the work of the collector? Some dismiss it as crime, others as myth. But the truth? The truth is far scarier. Because every story begins somewhere. And legends are often built on truth. So tonight, before you close your eyes, think about this. The most terrifying monsters aren't the ones in the stories. They aren't the ones hiding under your bed or lurking in your closet. The most terrifying monsters are the ones who walk among us. Hidden, unseen, waiting. So ask yourself, what if the collector is still out there, watching you, choosing you, right now?